Another game week, come and gone, another 3 points, and another clean sheet. What's going on, guys? Much Arsenal back again. And Arsenal have beaten Burnley 2-0 at Turf Moor, extending the gap at the top of the league. Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear before we get into it. Under no circumstances am I getting carried away. I understand there's a long way to go. But the signs are very encouraging. Very encouraging, just in general. Teams struggle to break us down. I mean, we've known this for about 2 years, but this team is the best team in the league at set pieces, scoring them and defending against them. And just on the whole, it's very difficult to stop this Arsenal team because it has so many threats. So many threats going forward. You're talking Gyokeres, you're talking Eze, you're talking Saka, even though he didn't score today, but he was alright, Saka. You're talking Declan Rice, who gets forward as well. I mean, again, like I said, the signs are very encouraging. They are. Now, before we get into the breakdown of the game, I want to highlight something I said on Arsenal and Chill this week. Right? Viktor Gyokeres. Okay? I said with Tops that what I'm looking at, instead of Gyokeres scoring, is what he's doing off the ball. And what he's doing off the ball is actually very good. In fact, I believe the words I said was, he's doing everything right, he's just not scoring. And that was no more evident than today. His hold-up play was fantastic. Not only did he score the goal, well, he scored the first goal, but he also played a part in the second. Because the second goal came about when Gyokeres took the ball, passed it to Trossard on the left-hand side. Trossard whips it in and Declan Rice gets the header. Now, that goal does not happen without Gyokeres. And again, this is what I've always said. Gyokeres being there helps the whole team. The whole team. Because it gives us that out ball that we did not have last season. Yes, he's not scoring as much as we would like, but that will come with time. And honestly, people just have to learn to be patient. That's my view on it. Like, at this point, I'm convinced that people just like complaining about shit, even though they know, if they watch with their eyes, right? If they watch football with their eyes and they're watching Gyokeres, then you'll be able to see what he's doing for this team. But again, maybe that's me being optimistic. I don't know. Either way, we won 2-0. Job done. And first half, man, we were all over them. All over them. Burnley had that little bit of a flurry in the first half, kind of, but once that was over and done with, I mean, they just couldn't cope. They just couldn't cope. The amount of chances we were creating was ridiculous. And of course, the first goal, shot corner, comes from a set piece. Declan Rice on a corner, whipped in, nodded on, and Gyokeres gets the header. Bang, 1-0. And not long after that, once again, but this time it wasn't a set piece. This time it wasn't a set piece. It was an open play. Goal from Declan Rice after Gyokeres played it into Trossard. Trossard whips it in, bang, 2-0. And one thing we get labelled at, or one thing that gets labelled at us, is we don't score enough in open play. But we scored an open play today. So it'll be very interesting to see how that gets talked about. Very interesting. Second half, were we, entertaining to watch? No, not particularly, but we didn't need to be. We were 2-0 up. And if you're going for a title, the last thing you do if you're 2-0 up is push for a third. You know, you're like, okay, we're 2-0 up. You break us down. We don't have to break you down. We've already done it. You try and break us down. And Burnley couldn't. And if I'm being honest, I never felt threatened once by Burnley. Even when they were kind of on top in the second half, I never really felt like they were going to score. I don't know. Maybe that's just me just chatting shit, but listen, I didn't feel like they were going to score. But I'll say this, from a Burnley point of view, I didn't think you were terrible today. We just had too much quality for you to handle. It's not like you got battered 4 or 5-0, because I will give Burnley credit in the sense that once we scored our first, you didn't open up. And some teams, after they concede, they're kind of forced to open up because they're chasing a game. But to their credit, Burnley didn't. And I suppose that's to their credit, really. That's credit to Scott Parker for keeping their defensive shape. Because, look, Burnley don't have the quality to open us up enough. At least in my opinion, they don't. I don't think they'll go down. But if I was a Burnley fan right now, I'd take encouraging signs from what I saw against us today. But that's just from my perspective. Overall, I'm happy with the performance. And I'm very happy with the result, obviously. We move to Slavia Prague in midweek. 5:45 kickoff for that one. And then, of course, we've got Sunderland away. Now, I'm expecting a much tougher game against Sunderland than we got against Burnley. Because, look, Sunderland, they're doing very well. They're doing very well. And look, I can only speak for me, but I had them going straight back down. Legit, I had them going straight back down. And I know it's early days, but based on these last, they played 9 games so far. I know they've not played yet, or even if they're playing today, I don't know if they are. But based on these first 9 to 10 games, they're looking good, man. So it'll be very difficult next week, and we're going to have to be on it, man. We're going to have to be on it. But the most important thing is 3 points, extending the gap at the top, clean sheet. It is what it is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit. Take care, and you know the rest, lads. Peace.